Welcome to Tea with Two, a wedding podcast, where we will spill the tea on everything to do with events and where we will discuss everything to do with weddings. Hello and welcome to another episode of Tea with Two. We are here, Tu and Gavin.
Hello.
And we hope that you manage to sit down and get a cup of tea while you're listening to this, because wedding planning is pretty full on. So we hope that you've got a few minutes to sit, to chill, to listen in your car or watch at home and get some nice wedding advice. How's your week been, Gavin?
It's been pretty busy, actually, too. Been all over the country, making lots of couples happy and people happy. But yeah, it's all good.
It's nice, isn't it? It's peak wedding season at the moment. Well, we say peak wedding season, but let's be honest, I think any season's peak wedding season at the minute.
It's full on.
Yeah.
Until like October, November.
I think October's busier. For some reason.
But then there's that little lull before Christmas.
And all the Christmas goodness.
Yeah, Christmas bookings. But anyway.
We don't stop. We love it though.
Yes.
So we are here today to talk about, we talk about all things wedding, but today is something quite exciting because you may have seen on the news recently that there is the proposed wedding reform coming up. And that means it's going to be a change to the laws of weddings, which is exciting. And if you aren't into weddings or within the industry, you may not know what it exactly means. So we're going to kind of break it down for you in bride and groom speak so you actually know what everything means and what's going on. So, Gavin, tell us, if you were to get married today, what do you do? Okay,
so you've got to get married by a registrar or a person of worship, and it has to be in a licensed venue.
Yes. So to be legally married, you can only be married by those people in a licensed marriage venue. However, there are changes. Now, some of you may be thinking, but there's celebrants at the minute. And celebrants can hold ceremonies, but they do not legally marry you. So a lot of people at the moment today choose to get married officially in probably a registry office.
Yep.
And then they will actually have their wedding day as such, where they have a celebrant do the ceremony, where it's quite exciting and fun and a bit more personalised.
Yeah, I'm in two minds about that. We'll come to that later with the show, but yeah.
So this new wedding reform is hopefully going to give the power of someone being married to a person rather than a place. So rather than having a registrar or a vicar or a celebrant, depending on what you choose, you can have, hopefully, an officiant who can legally marry you anywhere, not just in a licensed venue. So that's quite exciting.
It's good. You get married on a boat.
Yeah, you get married on the beach.
It's all official.
It is official. Now, at the minute, we're unsure exactly how this is going to happen. It's got to go through the government and parliament and all sorts of things and be signed off and trialled and all sorts of things going on. However, the nice thing is that it's being modernised because the wedding laws have been the same for hundreds of years.
Yeah.
And it's nice that it's been changed slightly. So they're also removing the open door requirement. So one of the reasons you had to have a licensed venue is because there had to be the option for someone to walk in when they go, is there anyone here who's against taking their partner or whatever for marriage? I don't know what the words are. It legally gives someone the right to run in and go, I object, like they do in films. Wouldn't you love to do that?
But it's not heard of, is it?
It's not heard of because it's an old-fashioned thing.
Yeah.
It used to be back in the day when people didn't have phones and stuff, that there was the option for someone to run in and stop a wedding. But this is going to be changed now because obviously that's not a thing. So they are going to change it. So there's a 2 notice period. So you have to give notice when you get married. You have to tell the world that you're getting married. And there's going to be 2 options for people to object that beforehand if they want to. Now, this is all in theory because it's not finalised yet. But how do you feel about it, that you could get married anywhere?
Well, I think it's going to be great.
I think
you can get married wherever you want and still probably have the party in that location or at that venue.
Yes, it's nice, isn't it? Because there are a lot of places that aren't licensed, that are beautiful, and you just think, why isn't this allowed? But giving that power to a person rather than a place, I think is quite a huge thing. And like I said, there's been a rise recently in celebrants. Now, funnily enough, we don't often see ceremonies, do we? Unfortunately.
Well,
we do, but...
no, not really, no.
When a ceremony is taking place, we're often running around behind the scenes getting everything ready. As a planner and as an entertainment, we've got to be prepared. But the odd bits we see of celebrants are lovely because I always think it makes it far more personal and meaningful.
Yeah.
So it'll be nice that then people can do that, and it doesn't have to be religious. It doesn't have to be formal in the sense of they have to say certain words, hopefully. Hopefully the wording's going to change rather than saying, "Hey, Gavin, do you take Tulay to be your lawful wedded wife?"
Yes, I do.
You did.
Indeed. I still do. Should do it again.
Oh, it would be great. Shall we just sack this off and
Do you
go
know
and have a
what?
big party?
Every couple, when we get feedback, always says that. We need to do it again. We need to do it again. I was like,
it's such a shame that it only happens once in your life, isn't it?
I'm there for any party.
Which is a parties for parties' sake.
I love a party.
Well, maybe we can renew our vows with a celebrant. There you go.
Yeah.
Maybe.
I mean, you've got a big birthday coming up, haven't you?
I don't need to talk about that on here.
Fair enough.
Jeez.
But I remember you saying that you want to have a big party.
Well, I just basically want a wedding for me. Just me, not sharing with you.
A few years before you're big.
Thank you for
a
clarifying.
long time. At least 5.
Oh, staring and giving my age away nearly. So, circling back to the celebrant, officiant, registrar, vicar, etc. It's going to be nice that couples can choose who marries them. Because actually, I want to draw on our experience talking about our experience of this. Now, when we got married in 2019, we had registrars. Celebrants weren't so much a thing. They were a thing. I don't know why we didn't do it. I think because I don't know really. I just think we didn't really look into it. Just thought, we'll get married.
Yeah, I mean, I just thought that was the way you did things in those times. You know, unless you're want to get married in a church, you just thought, well, the only place would be with a registrar at the venue.
Oh, I know why as well. Because we wanted to get married in an orangery, or I did anyway, glass orangery, which we did. And it was a licensed venue, so we could get married there, but only a registrar could do it. Now, we could have, like I say, had a celebrant, but they weren't that popular at the time. So going on our experience, how did you find it with a registrar?
A bit too serious, and not only just us. Sometimes I get the feedback, from a couple, just saying that they're a bit strict, they're over strict, and just like, come on, it's their wedding day. They don't make them feel even more nervous than they already are.
Yeah, I'm not going to lie. The registrar we had for us was horrible. She really upset me just before we got married.
But I hear those stories all the time.
It's sad, isn't it?
I don't know why. I don't know what's the thing that like they've got some sort of power that they want to use over a bride on their wedding day.
Now, don't get us wrong. There are plenty of lovely registrars out there. We have worked with some really nice ones. So please don't think that we're
I sometimes see them going off to the pub afterwards.
They do, don't they?
I don't know.
Go and have a sneaky wine out the back. But in my personal experience, so you have to have a meeting with the registrars before you get married to tell them that you're happy to get married, that you're not being forced to get married, and just the legal stuff. And when I got there, the registrar was like, "You're late." And I was like, "Oh, I'm sorry. I think every bride's a little bit late." And she was really harsh with me, and she drummed out the questions with a bit of sarcasm. And I remember being like completely like nearly tearing up because I was by myself in this room in this dress, and she didn't even say, "Oh wow, you look beautiful" or anything. Probably I didn't, but you just say that, don't you? I mean, and then our actual ceremony.
I've got no personality. I'm going to say, I'm going to put it out there. Not many registrars have personality. They've got a job to do, and that's what they've got to do. And it's very strict. It's straightforward, straight to the point. They think in their heads they don't have to have any personality. But actually, in reality, it's nice to have some kind of personality, especially if you want to put a bride at ease. And it happens quite a bit.
And also, they pronounce my name wrong.
Well, there you go. They don't speak Turkish.
I know, but you should know how to pronounce somebody's name.
Tulay.
Don't. That's why.
Tulay.
This is why I get.
Tulay. Pronounced Tulay.
This is why I get everyone to call me Tu, because I can't stand it when it's too late.
I just say lie. Lie, like lie.
Like lie down.
Lie down.
Yeah.
Anyway,
so actually the ceremony part, she was all right, apart from pronouncing my name wrong. The ceremony was nice. What I remember, it was all a bit of a... But I just... That a few minutes before was horrible. And that's why celebrants, I think, have become so popular.
yeah.
Because they actually care about you. They get to know you. Because we didn't meet our registrars till the day.
Yeah.
But celebrants actually get to know you. They know your story. They make it all about you. So we're big advocates for celebrants because we think... So what we're saying is that hopefully celebrants can train up to be an officiant to then legally marry someone.
I think it doesn't matter what kind of supplier you are when you're working on a wedding. You've got to get to know the couple.
Yeah.
And I think registrars, they're just there to do their job. It's straightforward. They don't need to get to know you. They don't care. They just got a job to do to marry you. Whereas if you get to know a celebrant, they want to get to know you. You want to know your background, how you met. It's really interesting. And then it makes it more interesting in the ceremony. I think sometimes ceremonies, like registrar official ceremonies, are boring.
They are.
It's so boring. Everyone's sitting there going, yeah, it's great that the couple are getting married, but a celebrant could make it more interesting about their lives. And it's virtually like an entertaining speech, like you have at the dinner.
Yeah, that's a perfect summary. Well done.
Thank you.
So what we are hoping is the officiants will be able to marry people, but there are some loopholes with this.
Mm-hmm.
The officiant will have to decide whether a venue is suitably dignified for a marriage. So what we're saying here is they're happy to make it very personalised, but there will be a bit of a line in the sense of your guests can't all be doing shots all the way through it. And, it can't be... Okay. It's still got to be a ceremony. It's a shame. It's still got to be a specific, thing where you're uniting two people together.
Yeah, okay.
Also, there's going to be symbolistic acts which are going to prove that someone's married. So, for example, hand fastening, where you tie people's hands together, and those sorts of acts and symbolism is going to be allowed as well. We don't know in what capacity, but... What
religion is that when they put their hands together and they wrap it over?
Isn't it something to do with Scottish, Celtic?
I think it's nice. I think it doesn't have to be a religious thing. I just think it's a nice little...
I think it comes from the Celtic...
I like it.
I like it.
And I'm not religious, so...
No. And also, if you are religious and you'd like a vicar, it's nice almost that they can have... Now, I don't know how it will work for vicars. I don't know if vicars will want to be out of their churches to marry people. Mm. But it might be a really nice thing to do for, let's just say, for example, somebody in the wedding party is unwell or can't leave their house. Yeah. It then gives them the power to go to their home or somewhere else to marry someone officially.
I think someone should buy a church, a disused church, and just turn it into a place where you can get married.
That's not religious.
That's not religious. Which would possibly work. I think that's a good... There you go. There's a good business move out there. I'm giving everyone a good business. I think that's a great thing to do. Buy a church.
There's actually one for sale down the road. I'm not even joking.
Yeah.
It needs a lot of repair.
Yeah, but just imagine...
Oh, it'd be great.
Because you have to go to services. I've heard of couples saying, we have to go to Sunday... You have to go to a certain amount of Sunday services and take part within the religious community. Whereas with this, I like a church and I'm not religious, but I like the grandeur of it. I love the big open space.
The architecture.
The architecture is classy. You've got the flowers. It looks beautiful. Just imagine you could do all of that without any kind of religious theme.
Yeah. Well, if you're not religious, that would be great because, like you say, it's a nice building at the end of the day.
Loads of people love it, but they don't necessarily like to go to church.
However, if you are religious, then super. You get to take both.
I get that. I respect every religion, but I'm just saying it's an option for someone to think, actually, I like a church, but I don't want to go to service for the next year.
Yeah.
And you're only doing it, really, so you can get married there.
Well, that's what most people do, isn't it?
It's sad, but...
Do you reckon churches will see a decrease in new people signing up because of this?
Yeah.
which is a bit sad because
that's what I mean when I said sad.
Yeah, it will have an impact.
So, I'm not going down it. My mum always said, do not talk about politics or religion.
We're talking about both. Wedding reform. It's the law and
Get
marriage.
Yourself into trouble.
Yeah, obviously. I think it's just a personal experience that should be in the way you want it. And that would be great. And picking the person who marries you. I mean, there's some wonderful celebrants out there. If I knew about them when we got married, I would have loved to have them as part of our day and story because they're just fun and they're lovely.
I mean, I would have liked to have got married in a church, but
I'm not religious.
I know, nor am I. But it's a nice. I don't know. It's just a nice feeling. I imagine there are some listeners getting what I'm saying here.
Yeah.
But you get that feeling of this grandeur, this church is beautiful. It just looks like it's set up for a ceremony.
And the acoustics are great for singing.
Music, everything. It's just great. Yeah.
So with this, officiants get to decide where is worthy of being married because some places will be inappropriate. And this is funny because I was thinking this earlier when we were talking about it. So when I was younger, if my dream to get married when I was younger, before I met you, I'm talking a lot younger, like early 20s, me and my boyfriend at the time would have 100% been like, this is awesome. Let's get married at Download Festival.
Okay.
And at the time, that would have been
thousands of people around.
Yeah, we would have been. Sorry, I'm talking about my life without you now, but
yeah, that's fine.
Just saying, like that would have been the most epically awesome thing to like get married when Metallica's playing. Now, obviously, now I've grown up and changed and whatever. That's not such a good thing. But we probably, if I got married in that moment, I would have done it for the laugh and then come back and had a proper ceremony.
But there's just random people that you don't know.
I'd have friends there. And
but I know, but everyone, like, you've got some guy being like, hey, you're right. Yeah, well, don't get married yet, man.
Throw him a drink on stage.
Yeah, you got... Yeah.
But what I'm saying is, a lot of people will probably think of something quite extreme like that. But it's nice that officiants have the power to deem a worthy place. Because that's not worthy. Anyway, so this consultation period at the moment with the wedding reform is while people put in their suggestions to the government, and I think it ends around the 24th, I've got it written down here, 24th of September.
Yeah.
But these changes, by the time you go through it through the House of Lords, Parliament, Ministry, blah, 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 it's not really going to come into effect till kind of late 2029, 2030.
Oh, really? Okay.
Yeah, so it's quite a while to sort out because they need to sort out a governing body for the officiants and like the baseline level and sort out all the...
Why are they doing this in the first place? Do you know?
Modernising. Because like we said, the old-fashioned way of getting married. And it's great.
Oh, yeah, I think it's amazing. But the government are doing themselves out of money, aren't they, by doing it this way?
I don't really know.
I don't know how it's going to work.
Because the registry services, I suppose all registrars will become officiants, so it's technically the same thing.
So the cost of a registrar is just covering the cost of the registrar? Does it go directly to them? I
think at the minute that this is all the things they're not sure of. So it's a very wishy-washy thing at the moment. Yeah. But a lot of the wedding industry are actually, putting in their suggestions and ideas and completing a questionnaire that's online, which has got to be done by the 24th of September, for all of this to kind of be put together and then figure out the best way forward.
So regarding births and deaths, do you still have to use a registrar?
Yes. I didn't read that far.
No.
I just care about wedding.
I thought our registrar was pretty boring for Lottie.
Oh, Lottie is our little girl.
Yeah, she was pretty...
unexcited.
Yeah, I think it's probably because she's seeing so many babies. Like, yeah, another one plays, next plays.
It was, yeah. I suppose when a baby's like, what was she, like 5 days old or something?
She like go. No, I can't remember now. Was she unwell?
Our daughter was, yeah.
Yeah, and the registrar was like, oh, and she didn't even like blink. She's like, what are you going to do? It reminds me of the,
oh gosh.
what's the one that don't work?
Don't
Computer says no. Just really bland. You know that character film?
Oh, bless her. Well, maybe she was...
Computer says no.
It's so harsh.
I need people with personality.
Maybe she was having a bad day. Who knows?
I don't know.
But you're right. She was,
bland.
Yeah, anyway.
But anyway, it's nice to have personality.
Now, this whole situation is great for people with personality because I feel like a lot of celebrants will become officiants and other people, and there will be an influx of people wanting to do a fantastic job of marrying people, which is lovely.
Exactly, and they have the passion to do it as well. They want to be there. And
they want to be part of that experience. Yeah. Now, I think this is going to be beneficial for a lot of people, and myself included as a planner. Yeah. This is going to be great for people like planners, as well as celebrants or officiants, whatever. Because for me, if you're going to get married on a beach, it needs a form of organisation. You've got to think about your guests, the toilets, drinks, logistics, how you get there, yada yada, where you're moving to next. If you're getting married on a beach and having a marquee next to it, the caterers, blah, 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 blah. Me as a wedding planner, this is great because I will probably have more opportunities than I would have.
Yeah.
For catering companies, marquee companies, hire companies, they're going to love it too.
Yeah, definitely marquee companies.
Yeah. Because if you're getting married at home in your garden, you need chairs for people to sit on, and these chairs have got to match.
Yeah.
Whether you have a planner or not. They haven't got to match, but...
But then again, I was saying about it's the convenience of getting married all in one place.
Yes.
And I think that will still be a good thing for a venue to say, look, do you want to you can get married in your garden at home and then come to the venue, but it's
the palaver.
It's a palaver. And from dealing with brides, both of us, is that there's so much going on anyway.
Yeah.
Why would you need the extra palaver? Just do it all in one place.
Yeah, we were talking before we filmed this podcast about will venues suffer because of this? Because now there's more options of places to get married, technically. Because before you can only get married at this venue, this venue, this venue. Whereas now, in a few years' time, you'll be able to get married technically anywhere. But we both said, you said, no, because of that reason.
Yeah, I think it's a bit of a palaver. And, you get, I'm so stressed. You get brides saying, I've got so much going on. Well, ones that you are not working with anyway.
Thank you.
Because too low puts them at ease. But when there's extra hassle to organise them, that's the reason why we both, with our businesses, is that we take care of our couples, don't we? We don't want them to worry about the boring stuff. We do all the boring stuff for you. But the fact is that why would you want to, have a drinks reception at your house? Then you have to go and find a venue, go to get the transportation and
you're right.
gather everyone up. Do it all in one place.
If there's a really meaningful place for you to get married and there's a big reason for it, I can see the reasons for that. But like you say, it is a polite. If you're having 100 people in your garden and then, like you say, you're moving somewhere to have a meal, your wedding breakfast, palaver. It might be that some people only have 5 or 10 people somewhere significantly important to them and then meet everybody at a venue. That would make sense. Yeah. But like you say, I don't think it should change venues much because they should be beautiful places where you want to get married anyway. That's the point.
And it's got to be unique as well. You want it to be unique for you.
It's interesting though.
I mean, people get married in their gardens because of cost.
They have their wedding
everything.
Wedding breakfast.
Yeah, I mean, I've seen where they go to the church and then they come back to their house where the marquee's been erected and everyone else is, and they make their own way back from the church. I get that.
I think though, even a lot of people think that marquee weddings are cheaper and they're not always necessarily. It depends how you do it. It depends how you do it, but once you add in the cost of like fridges for the food, the caterers, the bar, the actual infrastructure, a flat floor and a carpet, all these things add up. So actually sometimes it's easier to get married in a venue. I shouldn't say that as a wedding planner because marquee weddings are great for me. But it's going to be nice that somebody has this power, and it's going to be nice as well, but there has to be some safeguards in place too. And this was a discussion about the new officiant role, that they need to be able to decide whether those people can get married, because there may be people being forced into marriages and things like that. We've got to be, they will have to be very aware, and there needs to be some form of regulation about that, because unfortunately it happens. It does happen where people are forced and such like.
So they have to still register themselves after they got married?
Beforehand, there's going to be a 2-step kind of registry sort of thing. We're not entirely sure how that's going to happen. How's it going to
work where, like you say, if someone's forced into marriage and they've not gone down the right route of getting married, and
all these little legalities are going to be sorted. Yeah, but it's sad, but they will have to be on the lookout, because they'll be the only person seeing the couple. And seeing them separately.
It's going to be difficult. So
that's going to be hard, and that's going to be a hard call for some people to make if they, if you get an officiant who unfortunately comes across like something like that, they've got to make that call, and that's quite hard. So hopefully there will be security for everybody involved, that they'll be able to.
How does the registrar now do it? How do they find out if they've been forced into marriage?
The little meetings you have before?
Yeah.
That's it, really. And then when you go and register beforehand and put your notice in.
So will they still have that?
This is what they're sorting as such. It's interesting. There's a lot to it, and a lot of things you wouldn't think about necessarily until you really think about it, and then you're like, yeah. So interesting. So watch this space. When more comes out, we'll probably be able to chat about it. I'm sure it will be clear in the news, but it is going to take a while. So if you're thinking of getting married and going, oh my God, I'll be able to get married on the cliffs where I've always wanted to get married, hold fire, because you got a while yet. And don't hold off your wedding for it at the minute, because they say 2029, 2030. It could be longer. You know what these things are like. But it's nice it's being put into place.
Exactly.
So, speaking of weddings and news, something else that's been in the news a lot recently are a lot of celebrity weddings.
Oh, yeah.
Now, Gavin's not a celebrity person. You're not up on the celebs, are you?
Well, I've done a few celeb weddings, but I can't talk about it because I've signed NDAs. A few celebrity weddings, but like I say, every time I've done one, I've had to sign an NDA, and I can't even talk about it. So people don't even know who I've performed for, who I've sung for. I've sung for some famous people, and I can't say who.
That's sad. But it's nice, because this is what I want to talk about. Privacy for celebrities.
Yeah, I get it. I understand.
As we all know, as you've seen everywhere, you must be under a rock if you've not seen, Taylor Swift literally shut down New York.
I wasn't there, by the way.
He was Greg James's +1.
I wasn't there.
Queef. No. Imagine if you sung for Taylor Swift. Oh my gosh. Anyway,
right.
She literally shut down the whole of New York to get married. But nobody, and it's been weeks later, has seen anything or heard anything yet. And obviously all the Swifties are like, when are we going to see the dress? What's going on? Who was the planner? Who was the designer? There's lots of rumours. I think they have announced who the designer of the dress is, but we haven't seen the dress. And we came to a bit of a chat the other day of like, should we know that? Should we know the details, really?
No, I think it's their own privacy. I think that no one needs to know about that. I mean, I've done weddings where, I've done weddings where the photographer it has to sign an NDA as well.
Oh yeah.
And we're all underneath that thing, but yeah, I mean.
But as a fan, you get these Swifties who are absolutely in love with her. I do love Taylor Swift.
I get that, but
you
go too much.
Yeah.
And everyone's known about your privacy. I understand how a celebrity is. It's under scrutiny all the time. Their lives are under scrutiny. Look at Ariana Grande at the moment.
Oh goodness me, bless her.
Bless her. Everyone's thinking, or they're making their own
making their own assumptions
of why she's not doing what was it?
She's looking incredibly thin.
And she's taking a backseat, isn't she, after she's done a tour in the UK.
She literally announced yesterday, so.
Yeah.
And she was meant to be in the West End. Obviously, we're West End fans here. And she's pulled out of that. Now, for whatever reason, you just wish best, don't you? You just wish the best for these people. But there's an argument. I saw something online, these online discussions, where people were saying about the Taylor Swift wedding, well, if you're in the public eye, we have kind of a right to know because you're always in our face. So why can't we see the special moments of your life? And I was a bit like, ouch. I'm with you. I think that if celebrities choose to be private about their stuff, they are. And if they just want to show our picture.
Yeah. Well, we have like normal couples who don't want any of their photos on social media or any advertisement. We have a few couples like that as well.
Quite a lot, yeah.
Yeah.
And I think that's nice because some people just aren't up for the social
normal
media.
People. I mean, I'm quite a private guy as well. I don't like to tell people about everything in my life. I'm quite and I'm a performer, but I still like to keep my own private life and normal life to myself,
Same. I mean, me doing this is something I never thought I would because I'm quite behind the scenes person. Yeah. But yeah, with the celebrity weddings, I think everybody, like all of the wedding industry, was like on tenterhooks, waiting to see what the next trend would be. What has she done that's different? What can we copy or follow? Which is great. That's how fashion and trends work. But equally, just because Taylor Swift's done it doesn't mean that somebody else isn't going to do it.
But they do.
Oh, it's a tough one, isn't it?
No.
And this is. I'm in two minds about it because I love a trend. I love the different styles and fashions going on.
Then it's not unique because it's all over Instagram.
Yeah, it becomes a bit too much.
And they go, I've seen that done on Instagram. Oh, I saw those kind of flowers. Oh, I saw that band. Oh, I saw him do that. Or like, I saw that singer waiter. He does a trip. I've seen that.
Yeah. People assume again before they know.
Well, I don't do the trip. Just say no.
Secret. Yeah, and it's just, I don't know, because like I say, if I were a celebrity, I don't know if I'd want everybody to see my dress and rip it to shreds and be like, oh, she wore this and actually it doesn't suit her, because some people are really nasty about stuff like that.
Awful.
I don't think I'd want anybody to know, so I don't really blame Taylor Swift.
No.
And there's been some other ones recently as
Maybe
well.
the photos will come out in time. I don't know.
Maybe. I mean, she doesn't need the money. I suppose the only thing that we know that for fact that I'm aware of is that they donated. So the couple donated like £24 million to charity. And I'm assuming their wedding cost £24 million and they've equalled it, which is great. It's £24 million that charities didn't have before. But the trends and fashions that go with celebrities, I don't know, just like chill. Just because it suits them doesn't mean it suits you.
No, I get that.
Yeah. It's like, now I don't think you've really seen these. Have you seen the new flower bouquets?
No, what sort of flower?
There's a bit of a trend at the minute. Now, my nan was a florist, so I love flowers.
Yeah.
And there's a bit of a trend going around. I'm going to offend people here, but oh well. Of very artistic flowers where it's more like the stems and a bit of flowers on the end, so it's more like a stem bouquet, and they're very kind of artistic and sculptural rather than your big bushy flowers.
Oh, I have seen that. Yeah. They're all like really tightly.
Yeah, and there's like ones that like wrap around people's arms with the stems.
Yeah, and it's all very curved out. Virtually, it's just curved out perfectly, isn't it?
Yeah. I really don't like it.
No, it looks fake.
It's just, I don't know.
It just looks not real. It doesn't look natural.
Yeah, it's becoming a bit of a thing at the minute, and I really don't like it.
It looks like a dumbbell. It does.
No, they do actually.
They look like dumbbell. They're so compact together. They're so perfect. It looks like some sort of, I don't know.
And you've also got them on the tables now, where rather than being like your standard flowers of bushy or on a plinth or hanging or whatever, there's some that are really cool that just kind of like the flowers like magically stand up on the stems. That's cool. But then there's these really weird like moss. It's like a lump of moss on the table with a couple of flowers in, and I just can't get my head around it. I don't. It's not nice to look at.
I haven't seen it, so I can't really I haven't seen that. I haven't seen that, but I've seen those bouquets, but I haven't seen that.
Yeah, this trend of the artistic.
I may have seen it, but as you know, I may have gone, I've got too many things to think about then. Look at those flowers.
Whereas as a wedding planner, I look at all the little things, but yeah, I'm not feeling it. That's just my personal view. No offence if you've picked that, and I'm probably offended half of everyone here. But
no, it's just your view.
It's just weird.
Yeah.
Like, flowers are pretty, just have the prettiness around them.
Yeah.
Yeah. And the same, like, this is the thing. Taylor Swift's bouquet, that's something else. And I don't know how legit this was, but somebody claims to have a picture of Taylor Swift's bouquet. And obviously it was at the end of the night or the next day and all the flowers had drooped and gone a bit weird.
Yeah.
But then I saw lots of florists online being like, I can produce this. And I was like, oh, they don't even look good. Like, if you saw them on the day, like with the yeah, I don't know.
I get it, because people want to make, they just want to make money out of this.
I know, but
because if they see it, they go, oh, I've got to go on that. I get it, but because it can be popular, because, you know,
I think a lot
all influencers, aren't they, the celebs?
I like what Dua Lipa did. Now, she got married in a registry office first, and then she had a weekend wedding. I think it was in Italy, which looked beautiful.
Yeah.
But she just showed a couple of pictures, a couple of little snippets of video, and I feel like that pleased everybody. So maybe that's the middle ground. Mm-hmm. I don't know. But anyway, I wouldn't want to be a celebrity in this day and age.
No, I thought about, when you're a celebrity, you can't even walk down the street without being, it must be really hard to live a normal life.
Yeah.
I've always thought that when I've spoken to, had a chat conversation, and it's nice. They're very different from what you see on television. Mm. They're just normal people. When they're on television, they have to put some kind of persona on as well. But when they're in a relaxed environment, they've got no cameras around them, and they're so down to, some of the ones that I've worked for, really grounded, really lovely people.
I have to say, in my experience, they've always been very chill, which is nice.
Yeah.
So that's what you want, isn't it? Someone who's down to earth.
Yeah.
And with it,
I just feel like they're on this. I think they have to put on some kind of act when they're on camera.
Yeah,
but
of course you do.
In reality, they're just like you and I.
Mm.
You know, they probably like to go shop in the supermarket.
Did you hear that story once of Michael Jackson? Because he'd never been supermarket shopping. He asked for
them to close. No. Oh yeah. God, yeah. They got actors.
Yeah.
That's a bit weird.
Yeah. So they basically, if you don't know the story, they shut down a whole real supermarket, and they got actors or friends and family to be working there and
just to make out
be shopping. I mean, that must be awful. What a life. Not that you want to go Asda shopping all the time, but not be able to.
But he wanted to. I mean, he's a strange person, but I just think he wanted to live a normal life.
Yeah.
And you can't when you're a celebrity. I mean, God, you can't. Yeah, it's weird. It's weird.
It is. And I
remember Elvis Presley wanted like years, walking down. He just wanted to walk down the street without being hassled. And some of them go in disguise just to feel normal.
Yeah. I suppose for girls it's probably easier because, like, if you don't do your hair and have all your makeup on, you could probably get away with it.
Yeah.
Whereas for a bloke, I suppose it's a little bit harder because I suppose, to be fair, if blokes haven't done their hair and stuff, they can look.
Yeah, as long as you haven't got an entourage around you. I mean, Ariana Grande wants to take a back step, doesn't she? In her personal life.
That's more health or personal life related.
Yeah, she wants to take a back step from public view. Maybe that's, because of that. But...
well, we don't know. They said that she wants to come out the eye of being scrutinised. So...
Okay.
So it's obviously getting to her.
Yeah.
Which is a shame.
But do you think that she could walk down the street? What country would she be able to walk down the street without getting hassled?
I don't know. She's pretty worldwide known, right?
Let's just go to some remote island.
Just an island by herself. I don't know, because like you say, to be fair, if she wore normal clothes and didn't do her hair, I wouldn't recognise her.
Yeah.
signature ponytail. Do you know what I mean?
As long as you don't, yeah, but as long as you don't have an entourage. But sometimes these celebrities need an entourage just in case they need I don't know, security, or they need security, not entourage, but they need security just in case of anything happening to them.
Yeah, lifestyles of the rich and the famous, eh?
It's like the royal family. Do you think the royal family can? I mean, wasn't there Prince William? Didn't he go out on his bike with his children, but on the estate?
Yeah, on the estate.
And then there was a photographer that sneaked on, and he was taking photos of them without their consent. And Prince William got really upset with him.
Mm.
But they just want to have a normal life. But they can't just go down. They can't just go down the pub and just chill out in a normal area.
No, imagine the pressure of being married into the royal family, like the wedding, like William and Kate. I mean, epic wedding, but the pressure. Oh my Lord, I couldn't. What a position to be in as a bride, knowing that every single person is going to pick apart your dress, pick apart your makeup, your hair, everything. The way you move, even like people lip reading what they're saying and how deep they bowed to the Queen or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
On an already nerve-wracking day.
Yeah.
Well, good job that most brides and grooms don't have to do all that. It's still nerve-wracking. It is still nerve-wracking. Anyway, I feel like we should be tying this up because we're just going on a massive tangent.
I don't want it to be a waffle.
Although, yeah.
It's just normal though. This is just natural, us just having a chat as husband and wife. You know?
Yeah, and that's why we wanted to do this podcast, because a lot of the things we talk about, we don't actually talk about till we're here.